I do first need to give God the glory. Because I was in a reentry program, I had a lot of appointments and follow-up appointments when I was released. And so the job wasn't the most important thing that I had to focus on right away. However, it took about 60 days, and after those appointments and follow-ups were pretty much out of the way, I went to the place where I'm now employed. I have been for 6 months now, and through the grace of God was hired. And though the job isn't the most important thing in my life, still, it is a priority in my life. I work to live instead of the other way around. So, because I was in a reentry program upstate, part of our program had to do with interview techniques, job skills, and different performance material. Because I hadn't been employed for a while, I needed some tips on what's going on in the world today. And so they brought me up to speed on different aspects, the questions that might be asked, proper posture, speaking clearly, being cheerful as much as possible. You know, under stress you might be a little nervous, tend to be a little nervous, just relaxing and just letting things flow. And that was very helpful. Throughout the reentry program, which readies you for reentry into society, there are different aspects. Covers families, relationships, employment, different aspects of life to ready you for reintegrating back into society. And so they went through the whole gamut of whatever we might face. There are a lot of distractions. However, if you set a goal and just know that you want to attain something better than what wasn't working that got me to that place of imprisonment, then I want to strive to do the best that I can and to pay close attention. Goals start with a vision, a dream, just knowing that I want more, just knowing that I can do better, speaking positive things to myself, looking around at role models. I used models like Antoine Diggs from the Buffalo Weed and Seed program, Cal Fenner from the Back to Basics program, and others who were doing things, who had been in my shoes, who had conquered some of those things that I was coming up against. And I paid attention and I listened when they spoke, and I tried to emulate that. And I think that's the best thing, just to emulate someone who's been there, done it, and is going on to the places where I like to be. There are service agencies that are there to help you, and it's up to me to utilize them as much as possible. There's no such thing as too much help. You know, I don't want to use them as a crutch, but use them as a stepping stone, definitely, and you can get places. In fact, with interview clothing, Buffalo Urban League, my counselor there took me to the ECC One-Stop Center. They had all types of interview clothing, you know, for any one style. We don't all have the same style. Some people like plaids and some like solids. And I found great looking clothing, and that was very helpful. It helped build my self-esteem and just gave me some confidence. I prayed a lot as I did when I was locked up, because like I said, my spiritual development was the most important thing to me. I prayed a lot before going into interviews, before going before people. I asked God actually to put people before me that would help me, you know, help me prosper. And I knew that it was important to not let my past dictate what might not happen for me. So I had to actually build a confidence, trusting in God for me, trusting in God that things will work out. And my part was to just have that trust and do the very best I can. Honesty was the key. I went into my job interview, and having had the extensive criminal background history that I have, and a very sketchy and iffy and gappy employment history, I really didn't think in my own strength that I would succeed. However, I went in and I was honest and I put it on the table just like it was, and someone took a chance on me. God touched someone's heart and they took a chance on me, and I've been on the job for 6 months now.